All right, everybody, how's it going? I hope you're enjoying your Friday here on January 4th, 2019. And of course, we have a video because the All-Pro team was just announced a little while ago. The first team, the All-Pros, the best of the best, in my opinion. If there's the Pro Bowl, which is kind of, exciting. It's kind of like who's the most popular player. And then we have the AP All-Pro team, which is the best of the best, in my opinion. We have the first team and the second team, and we're going to go over those really quickly. And some of these are a lot of duh, and there's some surprises in my opinion. Let's see, at quarterback for the first team, this is the offense of the first team All Pros this season in the NFL. Obviously, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, Kansas City Chiefs. No real shocker there. Running back Todd Gurley, again, not really a surprise that Mahomes and Gurley are All Pros. And the flex player for the first team is Tyreek Hill, another Kansas City Chief. As I've said in the past, that's kind of why I look at the Chiefs and Mahomes' MVP case, and I go, wait a minute, look how many fucking All Pros this dude has. A lot of them, and that's Tyreek Hill, and the next guy is Travis Kelce at tight end. Not really a surprise. He's the first team All Pro. And of course, if Kareem Hunt wouldn't have been suspended, it's arguable that he would be the first team All Pro running back with the season he was having. Wide receivers, we have Michael Thomas from the New Orleans Saints and DeAndre Hopkins from the Houston Texans. Again, no real surprises. Both their quarterbacks had great years, primarily because of Thomas and Hopkins. At left tackle, we have David Bakhtiari. I can't say his last name. I'm sorry. He plays for the Packers. I'm going to be nice to him. Congratulations. He made the All-Pro team as a left tackle. Very good. He was the best in football, according to the AP. Then we have Mitchell Schwartz, Kansas City, a right tackle. Another Kansas City Chief making the All-Pro team. Not really surprised. Rookie left guard Quenton Nelson of the Indianapolis Colts made the All-Pro team as well. Not really surprised. He had a great year blocking for Andrew Luck. He was part of a line that only gave up like 18 sacks. Congratulations to him. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of the Indianapolis Colts linemen on here, but they might be second team, or we'll see about that. Right guard, we have Zack Martin of the Dallas Cowboys. Again, zero shocker on that one. He's been one of the best right guards in football the last couple of years, so good to see for him. Congratulations. And center is Travis Kelce's brother, Jason Kelce of the Philadelphia Eagles. Kind of cool. Two brothers are both, first team All Pros on offense. Very, very cool in my opinion. I like to see things like that. And as we know, football tends to be like a family sport. It's like, it just seems to run in certain families that they can play pro, and they're very good at it. Let's go ahead and talk about now the first team All-Pro defense, which is they're going to start with edge rushers, which is J.J. Watt of the Houston Texans and Khalil Mack of the Chicago Bears. No real surprises in terms of guys who rush on the outside. Obviously everyone's like, what about Donald? Well, yeah, he's coming. He's an interior lineman, all right? So J.J. Watt and Khalil Mack. Hard to argue against J.J. Hard to argue against. It's impossible to argue. Khalil Mack is on the All-Pro team for the first team. Like, where else was he going to go? He's the reason the Bears are good. Let's be honest about it. And then we have, for interior linemen, we have Aaron Donald of the Los Angeles Rams. Zero shock there. And Fletcher Cox of the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, that's about as shocking as J.J. Watt being named to the All-Pro team with Fletcher Cox. Disturbing presence up front. Not as dominant as Aaron Donald, of course, but he still is the reason the front seven of the Eagles is feared as hard as it is. The linebackers makes sense, yeah. Linebackers was Luke Kuechly. I kind of disagree with that one, but again, I'm not an AP voter. I wouldn't have put him in there. There are other linebackers that have better seasons. Bobby Wagner of the Seattle Seahawks, 100%. Yes, that's a given. I think he was the best statistical linebacker in football this year. And then linebacking phenom rookie Darius Leonard of the Indianapolis Colts. I really have enjoyed watching him play. He's a beast. He's a monster. He's going to be the defensive rookie of the year. Derwin James, I don't know. We'll see, because he's also on this list, which is incredible. A lot of young rookie players, first-year starters, like Mahomes is a first-year starter, second-year player. We've seen Quenton Nelson. We've seen now Darius Leonard. Obviously, Derwin James is on here. I don't think Eddie Jackson's been in the league that long. Like, So that's very, very good. It's very positive to see young guys filling out this All-Pro team, even if they're rookies, second-year starters. I really like seeing that. But let's see, cornerbacks: Kyle Fuller, Chicago Bears, and Stephon Gilmore of the New England Patriots. Congratulations to Stephon Gilmore. You deserve it. You're one of our you're our only thing we have on defense going for us. Very happy to see a New England Patriot on the All-Pro team. My guy Stephon Gilmore, congratulations, and Kyle Fuller for the Bears, cool. Dude, there's a lot of Bears on, like a lot of Bears defenders made the All-Pro team, and that's obvious that that was going to happen. Of course, now we have the safeties, Eddie Jackson for the Chicago Bears. That's about as surprising as Kyle Fuller being named to the team, which is not at all. Or Khalil Mack being named to the team. Those three guys are very crucial to the Chicago Bears' success. I'm surprised Akeem Hicks wasn't on there, but he might be second team for the Bears, and a couple other guys on their defense like Trevathan, and that's what I mean. There's a couple other linebackers where I'm like, wait a minute, why wasn't any of the Bears linebackers included in the first team All-Pro? But that's fine. They might be second. Let's see. Safeties. We have, of course, Derwin James of the Los Angeles Chargers. Very good season by the young rookie who John Gruden wanted to draft apparently, but they said no. And then the defensive back is Desmond King of the Los Angeles Chargers. That's good, rounding out the defense. And then we have the, what is this? Special teams place kicker is obviously Justin Tucker, even though, he created the meme of the year in the NFL with his shocked face. Very funny moment. I really enjoyed him missing that kick. Punter, Michael Dixon of the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, I guess. Kicker, Andre. I know nothing of special teams if you can't tell. Well, punting anyway. Kick returner is Andre Roberts of the Jets. All right, makes sense. Punt returner Tyreek Cohen. Yeah, he had a good year. And special teamer is Adrian Phillips of the Los Angeles Chargers. To be the special teamer of the first team All-Pro is probably like the greatest position to be. Is because it's like, I'm an All-Pro in the NFL. What do? I play special teams, but I'm the best goddamn special teams player in the NFL. How you doing? Well, congratulations to the first team All-Pros. I'm sure they're all happy. I think they get more money, or at least when they go into their next contracts, if they're not old as dirt, they'll be getting some more shekels, however you want to call it. Now we have the second team All-Pro team, which is going to consist of, let's go over the offense. Quarterback Drew Brees, New Orleans Saints. Again, not really surprised. 13-3 record. What has he thrown? 32 touchdowns to 5 interceptions for almost 4,000 yards, if not 4,000. I think he finished just under because he sat out the last game. But, great season. Has his team in position to win the NFC. Should be one of the favorites to win the NFC. I think they are. So, obvious choice for Drew Brees. He just wasn't going to be first team over a guy who threw 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. It just doesn't happen. Running back Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, because he's their offense. He's the reason they win games. They feed him the ball like 30 times a game, and he gets like 150 yards. It is what it is. So yeah, that makes sense. And then the flex player for the NFC for the second team offense is Christian McCaffrey of the. Sorry, I needed a drink. Christian McCaffrey of the Carolina Panthers. Very good choice. I like that. Very deserving. He had a great year running the ball for Carolina and was one of their key components of success when they had success. Even when they were losing, he was still having great times, running the ball well. And then the tight end will be George Kittle of the San Francisco 49ers for the second team All-Pros. Very obviously, after he broke the receiving yards for a tight end. The reason I think Kelce got in over him is the amount of touchdowns Kelce scored. Kittle was obviously limited by the 49ers' lack of a quarterback, lack of a real offense because Jimmy G went down. But next year he'll have Jimmy G back in, and maybe Antonio Brown will be playing for the, for the 49ers. So who knows? Who knows what will happen? Wide receivers. This is interesting. Tyreek Hill was the flex first team All-Pro, and he's on the second team All-Pro. They had to put Tyreek Hill on the motherfucking All-Pro team twice. He's on first team as the flex guy and on the second team as a wide receiver because it's Julio Jones of the Atlanta Falcons. Zero shock there. He's one of the best if not the best receiver in football. And then Tyreek Hill, Kansas City Chiefs. The man's so nice, they put him on the All-Pro team twice. They have two left tackles for the second team All Pro team. They have Dewan Brown, Seattle Seahawks, and Teron Armstead of the New Orleans Saints. Who are you going to pick out of the two? Put them both on there. It's the second team. Who gives a shit? Right tackle, they have Ryan Ramczyk of the New Orleans Saints. Left guard is Joel Bitonio, left guard, Cleveland Browns. I can't say Italian names. Right guard is Marshall Yanda of the Baltimore Ravens, and center is Marquise Pouncey of the Pittsburgh Steelers, of the Pouncey family, some of the more popular guys in the league. So congratulations to everyone involved. That's your first team or your second team All Pros for offense. Whoop-de-doo. Let's see. Then we have the second team All-Pro defense, which is going to be the edge rushers, of course, first. And there's a lot more guys on the edge rushing side of the ball for the second team All-Pros. We have guys like Von Miller of the Broncos, Cameron Jordan of the New Orleans Saints, Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns, and Danielle Hunter of the Minnesota Vikings. Can't really argue with any of these guys. They just don't really compare to the likes of Khalil Mack or J.J. Watt, the first team All-Pros. And then interior defensive lineman, we have Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs. Kind of a farce that he's on there. I don't really agree with this one at all. I'm a little surprised that, again, Hicks isn't on here. He's an interior, I believe. So kind of a sham, kind of stupid. And then J.J. Watt is in there again for the Houston Texans. He was an edge rusher. Now he's the interior lineman because he does play both. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and Tyreek Hill for being on both the first team and the second team as we go over the second team defense. Linebackers, we have Von Miller of the Denver Broncos. Really could have gone to one of the Bears linebackers. C.J. Mosley of the Baltimore Ravens. Congratulations. Obviously, we're going to see some guys like that on there. And then one Leighton Vander Esch of the Dallas Cowboys. You know, one of the more popular players in the league, the Wolf Hunter. Leighton Vander Esch is the second team All-Pro. Kind of makes up for the snub in the Pro Bowl, I believe. I don't think he made the Pro Bowl, or he did. And I know Darius Leonard's first team All-Pro defense at linebacker kind of made up entirely for the snub in the Pro Bowl. But congratulations. So Leighton Vander Esch is one of the linebackers for the second team All-Pro defense. And we have cornerbacks. We have Byron Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Yep, makes sense. And then Xavier Howard of the Miami Dolphins. You could have put a lot of other guys as the other cornerback for the All-Pro team for the second team. And, you know, Darius Slay probably had a better year as he was the only motherfucking thing we had in Detroit. Yeah, you could have put other people there. I don't think Xavier Howard deserved to be an All-Pro. The safeties make sense. Yeah, I understand with that. Jamal Adams, entirely. Yes, he should have been an All-Pro. Harrison Smith, Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, I agree with him too. He should have been on here. He's very, very talented. And defensive back is Derwin James of the Los Angeles Chargers. Derwin James on the list two-time. He ain't even giving a shit. Congratulations to Derwin. What an outstanding rookie campaign. It's going to be very tough to beat out Darius Leonard for Rookie of the Year. I'm very interested in that, as well as Offensive Rookie of the Year, which will be between Baker and Saquon. So I'm very interested who wins it. I got my money on Baker and Darius winning the awards, but we'll see. Place kicker for this second team will be, who the hell is this? Aldrick Rosas from the New York Giants. Punter will be Johnny Hecker of the Los Angeles Rams. Kick returner, Cordarrelle Patterson of the New England Patriots. Congratulations. Cordarrelle, you're on the All-Pro team. You're the second Patriot on there. You're a second team, though. Who gives a shit? That's great. You and Stephon repping the Patriots. I'm happy. Punt returner is Desmond King of the Los Angeles Chargers. And the special teamer is Corey Littleton of the Los Angeles Rams. So there you go, folks. These is your first and your second team All-Pros. As I said, All-Pro teams. We went over the first team, and then we went over the second team. Here's, you can find this on NFL.com or pretty much anywhere if you search NFL 2018 All Pros, and you'll figure out who it was. And yeah, so hopefully some of your favorite players got on there. A lot of these guys made sense. There were a couple weird ones in the second team All Pros that I didn't really agree with, and a couple in the first team All Pros that I didn't really agree with, but it's fine because I think a couple of the Bears interior linemen should have got in there and maybe one of their linebackers. But, I digress. And That's fine, I guess. We could put Von Miller in there twice, so let's do that. All right. But all right, thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll be live streaming tonight. I hope you tune in, and those are your all pros. Like I predicted, Mahomes is gonna have two all pros. There would have been a third had Hunt not been in there. So does that kind of skew the MVP in someone else's favor? Kind of like an Andrew Luck who had zero all pros on his offense. I don't know. Have a good one. Thanks for listening. Go Patriots.